Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of the Rendezvous Podcast. With me, I have Bangovic and Bodork. If you guys want to introduce yourselves, let us know who you are, what you're kind of doing on the podcast, and let's get it started. So, Bangovic, give us an introduction as to where you come from, your kind of history with Valorant, and yeah.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Bangovic. I'm a content creator from Berlin, Germany, the host city of the VCT EMEA League. I started content creation in September of last year, so I'm rather new to the scene. But yeah, I play Valorant since the beta, fell in love with the game day one. And I always knew I kind of wanted to get involved into the scene, into esports. And yeah, that's why I quit my job and started, making YouTube channels, start making videos and get my fit into the esports scene in general. So basically,
Oh god damn it, my lights just turned off.
It's perfect. We just keep going.
Okay,
you could turn it off.
I have a Google that basically just automatically turns off my lights at a certain time.
That's classic.
I don't ask why you need that. Why did you have it set it up? You just leave it on when you fell asleep.
I need it for my brain. Basically, my brain just forgets that I need to go to bed, so I just have to have it turn off the lights so I know. Okay, I gotta go to bed now.
We can run it back again if you want, because I kind of messed up.
No. This is perfect. There's some comedy in it.
I think that's good. It's good cold opening, right?
Yeah.
it just cuts from my lights just turned off, and it just cuts to the
just suddenly we're back.
Yeah. All right. Should we? Okay, we're back. Bangovic, do continue.
No, I think I'm done. I think Bo can introduce himself now.
God damn it, I ruined it, didn't I?
I mean, shall we just re-roll? At this point.
No, let's just roll with it. Let's go. All right. So, okay, hi. My name is Bo. I am a very credible leaker. Not according to a lot of journalists, but I am that guy that did a lot of leaks. I did the leak about Wardell getting kicked from TSM or dropped by TSM, whatever way you want to think about it. And yeah, I just do a lot of internal investigations into Valorant and the competitive scene, and I am a very goofy guy, and I make some cursed tweets. I feel like that's
guy.
It's the Twitter guy.
I'm the Twitter guy, exactly. I'm the guy who's addicted to Twitter to the point where he could be an actually good social media manager only for Twitter.
And you're also the manager of an actual Valorant team.
Oh yeah, true. I forgot about that. I'm also the manager of the best Danish and Scandinavian team in Valorant, aka Who Cars, who hasn't been signed yet, so please sign them. Thank you.
Well, I love how the Wardell leak is your claim to fame. I love that.
I mean, it was because so much happened at the same time when that came out that people suddenly started acknowledging me, and both in a bad way and both in a good way. So, but you learn from it. I feel like I have never had that much anxiety back then.
Yeah, we've come a long way from the Wardell TSM days.
Yeah,
that's
true.
A bit about me. I am Commend. Much like Bangovic, started content creation at the end of last year in October, and just been making Valorant videos. Wanted to get involved with the scene for a long time. Eventually kind of want to do casting, that kind of thing, but for now just making content and really enjoying Valorant. So yeah, and we started a podcast. Wanted to talk about it.
Very cool. Yes.
So
you first.
No, go on. I was about to change the subject.
Okay. So this podcast is just a little bit of a chill podcast where we just talk about the current subjects, and we get some leaks from me, and we basically just look at how the Valorant scene is right now, and just try to have a good old time about it. So, what's the first topic?
The first topic is the controversial format of VCT lock-in.
No. Here we go.
So, here we go. This is the big thing that kind of split Twitter apart, actually. When it happened, when the video first came out, I was so hyped about the Chinese teams that I kind of just skipped over the format in my head. But reading back some of the tweets from that time, people are really not happy about it, and still aren't. But there's been people on both sides. So, Bo, what are your kind of opinions on the format? Do you think it's good for the teams and the fans? What are you thinking?
I'll be honest. To just put it simple, Lock-In has always been a content tournament. Even when it was called Kickoff, like we knew about it all the way back in September. And everybody knew that it was just going to be like a content tournament. So it isn't surprising that they are just putting up a system where everybody gets represented and everybody gets to be on the main page. Because like if you did it any other way, you'll have like 5 different chats set up and all of that, different streams, and it just doesn't really help out. And it'll just like put some teams under others. Which you don't really which you shouldn't actually do when you try to like introduce a completely new league with even some teams that most people don't know about.
Yeah, it's very true. The point is to show these rosters off, to the world. And if
Exactly.
you've got people who are only playing on the B stream or only getting one map on the A stream, it's it doesn't really do that. Bangovich, how you feeling about it?
I think I pretty much the same way as both things, and also we got to think about like it's an event in front of a live audience, which is a pretty new thing for Valorant. And basically what also Riot wants to like offer is that every one of the viewers at the event, at the venue, actually can see those games. And if you have to choose between 2 matches in a big stadium, I don't know, like, would you watch Fnatic versus Sentinels or like, I don't know, Foot versus RQ? Probably no one would go to the one match. Like, I think this is like the craziest game. But if this is like the A and B stream at this moment, like probably the exposure would be on one side heavily, and the introduction like theme of this entire tournament wouldn't work out. So I guess it makes sense as a marketing tournament, but I can totally understand why people are like so offended or like so upset by this format. Like, given the fact that people like I just remember like Liquid, for example, they have Redguy, they have Nats, or all the Russian players which have so much difficulties running into getting a visa to fly to Sao Paulo for potentially playing 2 maps and then fly home, basically. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you think about the entire process. I don't know, Bo, if you have any information about like the visa issues behind the scenes.
Oh boy. I can tell you, like, Valorant, I don't know what it is with Valorant and visas, but they don't match. They don't match at all. And it's just been really tough because either the organization gets late on visas because like they have late approvals or something like that, and maybe the person who's like taking care of that is like suddenly taking some time off or something like that. There's always been like a kind of like weird reason as to why they didn't like get a visa ASAP, because like if you have a Russian player, you should be already like when you start trialing him, you should already look for a visa, because like it takes forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta kind of have that prospect in your head that, especially for these franchising teams, they know they're going to be going to a LAN, so they're going to need to eventually do that if they're going to sign Russian players. So yeah, it's a good point. In terms of the actual format, I am so excited to watch this tournament.
This is gonna be content.
Yeah, I will.
I do get the thing of like, if you're supporting a team, like, I don't know, you're supporting Vitality or Giants or whoever it is, and they go out in the first round. I get that. But for people like me who are just completely invested in the entire scene, and especially because I'm not a fan of any one team, like I'm just going in like enjoying Valorant, and it's going to be so good.
It's just going to be straight up content, and I do hope that the organizations also like follow through with it and not focus too much on the competitive side, because like Riot has the entire time said it's a content tournament. It's a content tournament. It's not a tournament that they have to take so seriously. And like we know that a few teams have been practicing a lot and everything, and just sucks to suck. I mean, it's a content tournament, and you don't have to take it that serious. You just need to focus on the content side, because like I believe Leo I believe it was Leo who said that like they're gonna shoot a lot of content in Sao Paulo. So it's basically just to get everybody together so they can shoot a lot of content and then just play a tournament meanwhile.
And also like what is really a thing I'm looking forward to is like whenever like Champions or any Masters event really got interesting was the moment it got into playoffs or like the elimination match in the lower bracket of the group stage. And for this format, basically after map one team is already facing potential elimination. Literally after the first map, like Energy versus
That's gonna
Koi.
bring some anxiety.
Yeah,
I'll be
Energy
honest.
versus Koi. First map, I don't know, you lose it, and you already know, like, if we lose this map, it's done. So I think the quality of game, like, just it's gonna be messy. It will be, I don't know, it will be like so nice to watch from a viewer's perspective because every map matters. Like, and this is something we never had before. And having like just this, like the sheer amount of matches with this much pressure on, I think it's a good thing. Like, if we see it as a content tournament rather than like who is the best team in the world. I think this is the mindset you have to go into that.
Yeah, because even in the Masters events recently or previously, in upper finals, it still wasn't the most
True.
important game. You know, that's what the third to last game of the tournament. But if you lose, it's not the worst thing in the world. And we saw, you know, Optic and teams like that come from the lower final. Like you know, losing
Not
the
having
upper
like a
final,
lower
come back.
bracket is basically just gonna make more exciting games, I would say.
Yeah.
Because like you're gonna see RRQ and like Footballist actually try for once.
I think
they're gonna start sweating.
I think
like
there is
actual
a point.
sweats.
Like I think there is a point to the fact that this is replacing a Masters tournament, because you know we do only have 3 of them a year. So when you're thinking about the international tournaments and looking at how well these teams are on an international stage, if we're treating this as purely just content tournament, there's not really that many opportunities to kind of judge the teams actually how good they are. You know, if a team has one bad tournament or unfortunate situation, like I don't know, whatever it's COVID, visas, etc. You know, we can't. That's half of their competitive tournaments gone. So I do get that point, but I think from a viewer's perspective, this tournament will just be incredible, especially with the crowd from minute 1.
I
It'll
agree.
just be great.
Yeah, we got a crowd.
So
I mean, just overall, I'm just like excited to see. I mean, like, crowds we've already had in Champions and in Copenhagen. I just feel like I hoped that like there's gonna be way more hype when it comes to Sao Paulo. That like the fans are actually like, it's not gonna be like the CS major. Basically, that's what I'm hoping for.
I think. I mean, because obviously we've had Copenhagen, Berlin, Istanbul. You know, there were no Danish teams at Copenhagen. There were no real German teams.
I mean, we were there. Hukars was there. We were just
unfortunately
not
playing. Yeah. And Istanbul, obviously, you had Alfia, and when he was popping off, you saw you know the passion from the crowd.
That was insane.
Teams.
And like it took forever before they would like hype up the rest of the teams because like it was only at like the grand finals where people like actually hyped up stuff.
But I think the thing is, on day 1, you have a world champion roster playing in their home country with their home support. I think you know there will be fans in and around the venue for Loud, but then they'll probably you know go and see the other games. And Valorant, I think slightly more than CS, a lot of people are more just invested in the whole scene. You know, loads of teams. So I think Brazilian fans will be invested in most of the teams. And even NRG in the first match, you know, they have that Optic core, that rivalry. Maybe we'll hear some booing, you know, who knows? But
I'm ready for some shit talk. I'll be honest. From the fans, like, oh man, I can't wait for that. I'm just thinking back to like the funny things that happened during Champions and all of that. What was it like? Victor, he threw like a cup or something. What was it?
Wait, there was like threw the thing on the when they lost.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Oh man, and then there was like, what was it? There was of course like the Global Esports peeps like Rushindra and all of them. They were like shouting,
just screaming,
just absolutely screeching.
Yeah.
It was amazing. So I do think
really
I do hope that there's gonna be like a little bit of like some funny shit happening with like the fans that they do something stupid, because like then I can farm that. Think about the impressions.
Just thinking about his next tweet. What a guy, what a lad.
Just hire a random Brazilian guy to like maybe throw like a Cheeto at the stage or something. I don't know.
Oh my god. He's gonna make a story out of everything. I like that.
Exactly.
I like that.
Sources. Somebody is shouting really loudly in the crowd.
Amazing.
Okay, so going
reminder that I
into
bought
the
2
tournament.
leaks. for champions. I bought like those.
You bought
those, like
leaks.
I bought a leek. You know, like
Oh, the
the
vegetable.
vegetable. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just went around with that, just giving people, here, you want a leak?
Okay.
Like the
What
people who knew
legend.
who I was, they were just laughing their asses off, and the other people were like, "What the hell is he talking about?"
I believe that.
That's classic.
I'm
All right,
pretty sure
so-
somebody nearly walked to the security guard at one point.
Going
Like
into
this man is mentally insane.
I believe that.
going into lock-in, obviously 16 teams go out in the first round, and then
Unlucky.
what is it, 8 more, then 4 more, etc. And you know, for those teams, it'll be very sad. But there's some teams that are predicted to go out very early. But some of you guys might think, I don't know, they're going to go a bit further than a lot of people expect. So Bangovic, start us off. Are there any teams where you're stonks on them? They're low right now. They might be low right now
Yeah.
in the public perception, but you think
Yeah.
that after lock-in, they're going to go right up.
Exactly. So I was thinking about this the entire day, right? Right. Like, who do I invest in? And I don't know. Like, maybe I'm gonna show the bracket off here behind us.
He's gonna say
Basically-
something really generic right now. I have
No.
100% dips on that.
No, like I tell you who I wanted to pick first, but then I took a look at the bracket. I was like, I can't do that. So basically, my first intention was I wanted to invest everything in T1. I
Oh,
thought
My
like,
man,
whoa.
my
Yeah.
man,
yeah,
my man.
I
Firm
thought-
handshake. Yeah.
I thought T1 is the perfect like team to invest in right now because like basically they threw Ludwig, like Saya player was just playing Neon on every map like this entire tournament. So they were just trying to farm negative impressions to lower their their market value. But like we all know, like those players are gifted. They can show off. And if this would be like the question, like who has like the most potential to raise throughout the series? Yeah.
Wait, before you start, when you talk about like T1 throwing and all of that, I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I will be big trouble. Big
Ooh.
trouble.
Insert Mourinho meme.
Let's just say they've been running a lot of Neon on some weird maps from what I heard in scrims.
I mean, they can try, but I'm
They can
convinced.
try, sure, but
I'm
like when it
convinced-
doesn't work in like the Tarek officials, which
Yeah.
everybody was just chilling except the guard.
Yeah, but they did it
And
for the
like-
stonks. They did it to lower their value, so I can invest, so they can pop.
But
off
then
with
why
Southampton.
why keep playing Neon after the tournament? That's what I'm wondering.
For me, it's like they have one of the best Jet players. Well,
Yes.
when the guard won their run, he was one of the best Jet players, not only in NA but in the whole world at one point. You know, and why do you know, he's proven himself on Jet. He hasn't really proven himself on Neon. Why?
Okay, so something I gotta like take off my chest. Autumn is cooking.
True.
Autumn is absolutely cooking. I don't know.
He's
what
cooking
it
with
is-
Neon. I don't know. He's
I'm
doing some
like-
Filipino cooking.
I'm like looking at it. It's like this is exotic. This is like some top tier stuff right
Yeah.
here, and like some things don't even make any sense, but like it's there.
But I gotta say, I'm not investing in T1.
Oh no,
Because-
Oh, you're not. You're
yeah,
not.
I'm not, because I was taking a
No.
look at the bracket, and there's no way they can get like more than one win in this bracket. Like Sentinels or
okay,
Fnatic,
fair.
both
fair.
look way harder. So after lock-in, the stonks won't increase that much. If it's like the entire season, I am investing, but I'm not. The team I'm investing instead is actually Giants Gaming.
Ooh, okay.
And I think this is not too much of a stretch to say. Like, I was watching the G-League Clash, and I wasn't like too convinced on them. But honestly, I was also like not disappointed. Like, it was a rather like the roster was rather new at the time. The only question mark I had was like Rhyme, can he actually perform in that type of environment? And then surprisingly, at the G-League Clash, I think Rhyme was the best
He
player.
popped off,
Yeah, he
man.
was the best player of the team. So the only question mark I had was like pretty much like convincing me like that he is like,
Here-
he's capable of.
Here
And,
is
yeah.
my problem
Oh.
with Giants, and
Some
that's
scrim bucks.
Yes.
He's found
why
the
are
s-
you
the
not putting
ancient
Nuki on
scroll.
Raze?
Yeah, that's true.
What
Yeah.
what is the reason?
Yeah.
Tell me,
I-
Pipson, what is your secret?
I don't know about that one. I
My
think
man,
Saving
you're,
strats.
you're like looking at the recipe, right? And you're like, this, I don't need that. Throws it out. And then
I-
it's like one of the most important like ingredients in the entire recipe.
I think if they lose to Detonation, I think Coutinho could like be his role could be under threat because something tells me that
Mm.
Mm.
it's about his flexibility more than Nuki being like, I really want to play Sova. I feel like it's Fatinho
Oh
kind
boy,
of
I can't
going,
wait to play Sova after
yeah.
playing Raze at like a tier 1 level for forever.
And being
Yeah,
arguably one of the best
I don't
races
know.
in EMEA, right?
I'll be honest, like
Yeah.
he was the best
Yeah.
race.
At one point, he was considered one of the best players in EMEA,
Agree.
like full stop. So we'll have to
Yeah,
see.
and then
I
the
mean, if he can continue
G2
that.
dip happened, which wasn't even Nuki's fault, to be
Yeah.
honest.
No,
He
it
was still
wasn't.
performing really well.
Yeah.
And
But,
Hoodie as well, who are both, he's
Exactly.
there,
Yeah.
he's at Giants as well. So
Yeah, Cloud, like one of the best players, if not the best player of the former Navi roster. Fatinho, one of the prospects of tier 2. Generally, the names on this team, they look good. And I think given the bracket they are playing right now, I can totally see that the Giants gaming stock could go up. Like I see them potentially winning against Detonation. I think Energy might not have, like, I think Energy needs some time to actually unfold their true potential. And if there is a tournament where Giant can beat Energy, it would be this one. And then they're already in the semifinals. And
But hey, I got a question. What about Detonation Gaming?
I mean, yeah, I don't want to like. I'm not saying it's an easy bracket, but I can see a world where Giants can win and where Giants could increase their stonks. So that's why I'm investing in Giants.
Are the Giants are the favorite for that match, though. They are.
Okay. Imagine if Sealdom, he's back in his prime.
Okay.
Imagine
new turn times. He was on new turn, right?
No, he wasn't on new turn.
Sure.
No, Sealdom was on Crazy Raccoon. He was on Crazy
he was.
Raccoon, and then it was
Suggest was on new turn, wasn't he?
Norception.
true,
Yeah,
true,
there
true.
we go.
Right.
So he hasn't been on new turn. That was lucky.
But I can say, like, imagine if Jesse Vash is back in his prime and Team Secret just destroyed Liquid.
Like he's already like 3 feet deep into his grave at this point. I'll be honest. I don't have any hope right now
for Secret.
Yeah, is it for Secret? I'm just like,
I feel like Secret and Crew, they just got the short end of the stick, unfortunately. I just
feel like the only player that I actually like see potential with is like Jeremy and maybe Lenny.
Jeremy definitely. When he was playing the Chamber, he actually looked really decent. Like in their region, but they just couldn't get anything started.
And like Dubstep just seems kind of, I would say, like it's too boomer. The roster. It is too boomer. It is basically just budget 100 Thieves.
I was
like
surprised
the OG.
they didn't like make more changes.
Yeah,
but we'll save this for the
surprised.
Pickems. Bo, who is your team that you think the Stonks are going to rise?
Ooh, I wanted to go with T1, but seeing as you predicted that one, I have to.
Wait, I thought you said they were trolling.
I mean, here's the thing: Paper X also troll. But they win with those trolls. And I'm pretty sure that Autumn is just going the same route at this point.
So you just wanted to get
I'm pretty sure
he so you could invest. I see.
Exactly.
He paid him
There's
off.
a difference between the GOAT, Benkai, and Neon in every map, but continue.
Here comes my hot take.
Okay.
All right. It's the hottest take of them all.
Oh, no. Don't say it.
I think BBL has a chance.
Okay.
I really feel like Sonchi has potentially, like, he was maybe the missing puzzle to make them, like, actually be able to maybe beat DRX.
I think,
yeah.
I'm kind of scared for, like, seeing as, like, was it Zesht isn't playing for the team?
Yeah, Foxy9 is playing.
Yeah, it's Foxy9 who's now playing on the main roster. I kind of feel like, sure, he's cracked and everything, but like, does he hold up against like some really like experienced Turkish players?
I think if Foxy9 fits, they have a higher chance of winning the tournament. But if he doesn't, they could seriously like lose to BBL, and especially could lose to PRX or Cloud9 in the next round. So I don't think BBL is actually a bad pick for this.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's just generally that, like, the Turkish teams are, like, incredibly slept on. Football makes sense. BBL, it's like a 50-50. You could toss a coin and be right at this point.
I mean, also, if they beat DRX, the Stonks immediately go through the roof, right? If you beat DRX, like, this is already, like, the biggest day one upset, I feel like, or one of the biggest ones. So I think, like, I see your thought process into that one. So BBL is the team you're going to invest in, yeah?
Yeah, but then again, you just look at it, and either Cloud9 or PaperX they're up against after that.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like,
Yeah.
I do see the upset with DRX, but I don't see them. It would
They would
have to be Cloud9.
playing a heater if
They
they were
would-
to win
Yeah.
those two.
I mean, like it
games.
has. They
Man.
have to play against Cloud9 to actually like counter the playstyle. Because I'm pretty sure like PaperX is just gonna goofball on them.
Yeah.
Absolute
Yeah.
goofiness on them.
I think DRX
True.
are the only team who would stop PaperX in that round. I don't think BBL
Yeah.
could. I think they would just get kind of rolled over if they played up against PaperX.
But like after that, it's probably like the easiest part because like you could probably easily like steamroll Team Heretics, Evil Genius, MIBR, or Town.
I agree. But
Well-
yeah, I mean, making it that far, but I don't know.
It's funny
Yeah,
you say that.
Oh no.
Because-
Oh, no.
My team that I will be investing in. I have one team that I'm putting most of my investment in, and then I have one team that I'm putting like a very small, but it could be fruitful investment.
All right.
All right.
My main team is Evil Geniuses.
Oh my god, no way.
Okay.
Now, this is because
Makes sense.
I was watching the interview with BCJ earlier,
Okay.
the Yinsu's interview,
Hmm.
and the way BCJ was speaking, it seemed that they had a very similar system to the one at Exet. And I think Potter has tried to replicate that at EG. I think they will get to the round of 8 and lose to DRX. Because I think Heretics, I don't know, it's something about it just didn't look convincing at all. They lost to Liquid with 2 subs in
I
the
mean, just generally, like the thing is, the roster looks good. It's pretty good. Like
they
the
have name
they're-
value, but
Yeah, they've got 3 players which I would rate highly: Avova, Boo, and Zeke. But then you have Kellogg's and Mixwell, where you kind of like,
yeah, it's like the flip side of Giants gaming, where Giants took like the better G2 players, and then Heretics
added
took like
Rhyme.
the other half.
Yeah.
But I genuinely see Evil Geniuses. I don't even see them winning that closely. I see them 2-0ing that series.
Really?
And
that-
then
that would
I think
actually
they're
make
gonna
a little
play.
sense.
I think they're gonna beat either Talon or MIBR. But I think if they beat MIBR,
Okay.
then they have the same kind of Exet villain arc that going on where they knock out
Counter-argument.
a Brazil team. Go on.
Heat. That is all.
Counter argument. He has never done anything significant ever on an international stage in terms
Ouch.
of
That's
getting
actually ouch.
significant wins. It's like, yeah, he's cracked, obviously,
True.
but I think with the system that Evil Geniuses will hopefully have set up, I think Jorgamo could rival him if he gets that, support from, BCJ, Ethan.
I mean, like,
I mean,
I would
we
agree
forget
on that.
Ethan's been to Alan as well.
I would agree on that.
Berlin.
If they could have gotten, they should have like used Screwface or Demon One. I'll be honest. Screwface maybe a bit more because like Screwface has experience at like the tippity top.
I
So
Mhm.
I would have preferred if they'd have put BCJ on Initiator and brought Apoth in as the controller
Mhm.
player, because I actually think Apoth was playing really well when they had that kind of streak in challenges last year. But I don't know. We'll have to see how it works
Yeah.
out. But that's the team I'm putting most of my stock into, and the other
what's,
team.
what's just more stuck?
Now interesting. That's gonna be more spicy probably.
You can call me crazy.
Oh no.
Edward Gaming is
Okay, that
beating
makes sense.
100
No, that
Thieves.
makes sense.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
They will beat 100 Thieves 2-1, and the last map will be a
I mean-
13-5. It's happening. It's happening.
I think that makes sense.
Kang
I
Kang
think
is
EDG
Kang Kang's dropping 30. It's over.
is over.
It's-
China slept on, honestly.
listen. All right.
Okay, that's a
I
very
have
bold
this.
prediction.
I have this. All right. I can't say anything against it. It's signed by TDK. I can't say anything against it. All right.
You can't.
I-
You can't.
I mean, counter argument, cryo. I mean,
Yeah, that is the one concern. The fact that they have probably, the best opera in NA other than Ye, obviously.
hot take.
But he's so consistent. He hits
Yes,
every
he is,
shot that
true,
you expect
true.
him to. Like, I don't know anybody else other than Ye who was the best player last year by far. I don't know anybody else who you can watch with the operator and they just hit every shot they're supposed to.
And this
and
both
it
on LAN
wins
and
in rounds.
online. It doesn't matter. Cryo always
Yep.
performed. I have never seen him like not performing. Like he looked
Yeah.
always good on XSET, and on the homegrown tournament he was stellar as well. I think, yeah, true. He is the counter argument to Edward Gaming, but Edward, like Kankan, I can see that investment.
It would be a ridiculous upset considering
True.
how highly rated 100 Thieves are by a lot of people,
Yeah.
especially after their win at home ground, because they looked so much better than C9 at that point, and people thought C9 were, going to be a super team.
Yeah.
So it would be ridiculous, and I don't actually think that they're going to beat them 13-5 on the last map, but I would love to see it, and that's why I'm putting a little sprinkle of investment into Edward.
I like that.
But here's my question. Any Global Esports believers?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, of course, but like, let me see the bracket.
I mean,
Hello,
they're up
India.
against
Hello,
Team
India.
Vitality.
Hello,
That's
India. GE
winnable.
fighting.
That is winnable.
If they were against Na'Vi, no, I'm sorry, but they're against Vitality, and I think if Vitality overcook, then Global Esports could just Korean jet SK
true.
Rossi on Sova shock dart 5 people in 1 millisecond.
Yeah.
Like they could just take it on a whim, and it would be incredible. It would be incredible.
If they overcook, but this is the thing. Salah, I have never seen him really overcook things, right? He seems very.
Yeah, I've never seen Salah like overcook things.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good cook.
But I mean,
A
first
lot of
match
people-
on LAN jitters,
Yeah,
I
I feel
True.
maybe Twiston could suddenly like he does have like his. There are some matches where you kind of like don't really see Twiston. If it's like one of those matches, 100%, then I can actually like kind of see Global Esports making it. But
Who
like,
on
if,
Vitality's been on LAN before?
Bone Cold.
I mean, like the entire roster has been to like that Red Bull home ground.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
that's
of course,
true.
but-
Actually, true. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
in this matchup, I mean, we will talk about it in the next segment, anyways. But like those, like what is like really underestimated for a lot of those teams. Like I think Vitality is screaming and like practicing together for a month now. They live together for over a month now, while other teams have never seen each other. Like literally, like never. Like it's couldn't be like
Who are
bigger
you?
difference.
I am from Great Greece.
Yeah. That's actually true, right? So I
Yeah.
think this is an argument to be made. Like if you go to the LAN and like the synergy's already built up, and I know like Bone Cold moved to Berlin in December or something, and Salah as well, and now the other people are here as well, boot camping for weeks. And I'm pretty sure, for example, on GE, I'm pretty sure SK Rossi will see the squad for the first time in Sao Paulo.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it will be an incredible battle of fan bases in terms of
Yeah.
regional fan bases, because the French fans are also very loud. I
Wow.
mean, mostly for Carmine Corp at the moment, but once they have a French team playing in front of them, they'll just support them no matter what. So it will be a very interesting matchup, and I'm sure we'll hear lots of screams from the crowd.
Yeah.
From the Global Esports team.
100%.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we've all
Okay.
mentioned teams that we think are going to pop off or their stocks are going to increase after lock-in. But let's get into who we think are going to win every match
The Pickems.
with the Pickems.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Prepared.
We're gonna make it as simple as possible right
Yeah.
now because we are on a time constraint. But I'm going with a hot take right now. Okay. So first match, Koi versus NRG.
Yes.
Any thoughts? Any thoughts? Any tonkers?
I'm going NRG.
NRG?
I would go Koi, actually.
Koi?
I did have Koi originally.
Yeah.
In the Pickems I posted on Twitter, I had Koi. But I watched the NRG like
The
a
vlog?
day in the life of
Yeah,
I watched the vlog
yeah.
and I was like,
The vibes.
I actually think they could be not better because Optic were obviously goated. But I think I think they're making the semis in this event easily.
Fair point, yeah.
I'll say this, like I really have like high expectations for Koi. Also, I am not sure if Shadows is going to perform. I am not sure if Wolfen is going to perform.
Mhm.
I
hope they
am
do.
kind of like it's a 50-50 roster for me. So
Agree.
for me, it has to be NRG.
I'm fine with
Yeah.
that. I'm fine with that. For me, it's like a 55, like a 50-50, and like my heart is EMEA, so I'm like, I'm kind of leaning in towards EMEA, but I'm totally fine with that. And also like the energy vlog, it was, I don't know, artists fit
It
in that
convinced me. I
squad.
don't
Like
know what happened. Yeah,
the
yeah, it was the
vibes, man,
artists.
the vibes. It was
They were
amazing.
so high.
Yeah,
I mean,
agree.
artist is just a vibe overall.
He is.
He's so funny. It's so
I
jokes.
remember people trying to cancel him on Twitter, at, like the first
What?
period where he
Yeah.
like came to NA, because like he says some of the most like goofy toxic stuff ever.
He's from
And
Liverpool.
it's just
You can't
amazing.
cancel a man from Liverpool.
Exactly.
That
So
is
stop
true.
trying, please. Stop putting it. Stop like DMing me like, oh my god, I saw this video of Audis. Like, okay, cool. Like he's always been like that. Welcome
true.
to EMEA.
That is true. He like for like his attitude. I think he like the fit of him to G2. It was perfect, but also the energy fit. I don't know.
G2?
Like back in the days.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Makes
OG
sense.
G2. Yeah. He was like
Yeah, OG G2. I'm kind of sad that thing like burst into pieces.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Shall we go to
All right.
Detonation versus Giants?
Yeah.
All right, here comes me cooking. Here,
Oh, he's cooking. He's
Oh.
cooking. He's cooking.
All right.
He's cooking.
Take a breath. Take a breath.
He's gonna debate. He's gonna say Giants are winning.
I'm gonna go with Detonation. I'm sorry.
Oh wow.
I am actually going with Detonation because like there's gonna be an upset, and I'm going with Detonation because like it's the one that everybody is like crossing out at this point.
Oh, is this on me now to pick the winner of this?
I mean, I
match?
cannot say Detonation. I invested all my stonks in Giants.
Yeah,
if
you
I
did,
say
you did.
predict
Yeah,
they
exactly.
lose, like what on earth? I cannot do
Look,
that.
I am-
Think about
I'm-
it. Think about it. It's the
I'm
most
all
upset.
for like Sioldam dropping 50. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But
He's
the
gonna do it.
performance that Ryan put up in that G-Loot clash
Yeah.
was so good.
I mean,
that-
you gotta remember, Rhyme is playing the smokes role, so he shouldn't like perform at that rate.
Yeah, but then
he has-
Pancada and Mako and Bang play the smokes role, and they're crazy. Like, I think he could seriously, if he's on and he's performing well and like gelling well, I think they will roll them. But if he gets kind of the LAN jitters first time
Yeah,
kind of
true.
thing, then I think Detonation will have a chance. But I'm gonna have to go with Giants because I favor them.
Okay,
here.
okay, makes sense.
Yeah. All right. We
I
keep
mean,
going with
I
like
I won't accept it, but like makes sense.
yeah.
Okay.
Are we going down
Yeah.
all the first rounds first, or are we going then who wins NRG versus Giants?
We could probably do that.
All right.
I am going with a whim and saying energy.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, I'm overturned already, but I mean, yeah, I see
The
that. I
match-
mean, it's like not totally
The
fine.
match against Koi is basically going to be like, are they going to do the same thing like Optic, where they basically just bombed out the first match and then they like go through the lower bracket, or do they actually like have they enough like mental capacity to actually like go through and not go through lower brackets, basically?
Yeah, I think if
Yeah.
they win that first game, I think FNS will, if he's comfortable,
They could.
Yeah.
I think
basically rule.
because Rhyme, although I think he's really good, is inexperienced on LAN
100%.
compared to that core. And also Crashies
100%.
is insane and gets underrated like every time people talk about the Optic team. So
Yeah.
I
I
see
mean,
NRG in the,
Food was
in the
better than
semis.
Victor, though. That's like
That's classic.
That's classic.
I am a Food stan right here.
That was a good tag. That was a
Yeah.
good
Thank you.
tag.
Thank you. All right, next up, Genji versus Loud.
I mean, honestly, okay. I think Gen G has a good roster with a lot of potential. And if we talk about Stonks, like where could they be at the end of the year? I would say they have potential at the end of the year to be a team who could face
Yeah.
or like win against them.
Yes.
But we're talking about Sao Paulo, LAN,
Yeah.
world champions. Like there's so many arguments to be made against Gen G on that matchup. If you seriously think Gen G going to win this, like, I mean, the odds are very low in my opinion. I think Loud gonna get away with this just because of the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if this match was played in a white box
Yeah.
void, then
Yeah.
like Gen G have a chance. But with that crowd behind them, and also like with Aspas, this guy he seems
Yes.
unfazed by
Yeah,
anything.
he
He
is
seems
unfazed.
completely like he's just a ranked demon. He's just going crazy. Like
There's
and
daily
with the crowd
clips.
behind him, I
There's-
don't see Gen G taking
There's
this.
daily Jarso clips where Aspas is like getting like 6Ks, 5Ks, acing, and his face is like, just like in my scrims.
He's like Marved if Marved was playing Duelist. like for the best team for the world champion team. Like he's just so icy. I don't see Genji taking this series, not yet at least.
I think both thinking differently.
Counter
The
argument.
Pacific cook, the Pacific chef. He's making seafood everywhere.
Counter argument.
Yeah.
Okay, there isn't one. I haven't been impressed by Meteor. I mean, like, if Meteor popped off when they were at those events and all that, I would have maybe like put them higher. But like, I didn't see much from Meteor. So he
Also,
just needs
it wasn't enough to beat FPX at Copenhagen for Meteor to pop off. And
Yeah.
if they can't beat FPX at Copenhagen, I don't think they'll beat Loud at Sao Paulo. You know.
Like yeah.
So yeah, I have Loud taking it.
All right. FPX versus Carmine Corp. I think this one is actually difficult.
It is not.
All right.
FPX
I'll
FPX all the way.
FPX
all the way. They're winning this game.
Wow.
I don't care what the VODs say. I don't care what the doubters say. China is coming, and they are winning this game.
I believe in China, but I also believe
Factual.
in Scream and Ivera. If they are online, if they're like having the vibes, they can win that 2 versus 5.
But here's a counter argument.
To counter to
Scream
the counter.
Scream couldn't carry Team Liquid, even when
True.
he had positive KDs, when they had a dog shit roster. So why could he carry
For me, it's like
Carmine Corp?
Liquid. They had Scream and Navera, and then they had Yampi, Soulcast, and well, it changed, didn't it? But Demasic, Link, whoever it was.
Yeah.
That roster was overall, those 3 players, like the extra 3 players, were always better than the 3 players Carmine Corp have now.
That's a fair point.
Liquid never got like past 8th at a tournament.
And I'm not sure if like
I mean,
this is
Champions, they
not
got
8th,
fourth,
but-
4th on Champions 2021.
Oh well,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
okay. That's a good point. But then they got absolutely steamrolled by Ascend.
Yeah.
But that was also like Nevera's honeymoon period, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't see the same honeymoon period happening with Shin and XMS in Uzera.
No. XMS, he has like experience in CS and everything, so
Yeah,
I do think that he's
yeah.
gonna be decent. I'm just kind of scared for Newzera and Shin.
But the hopium in me, the copium, the hopium, all of the opiums, that sounds bad. But I think FPX are winning this game.
Okay.
I mean, we're gonna go with FPX. My heart is
Yeah.
with Scream and Ivera. Scream, my favorite player of all time, so I got to go with him. But I can totally see, I can totally understand this. In FPX, like honestly, like the Chinese teams, they look very good. Like the FPX versus EDG Grand Final and the semifinal, wherever they played, and I think like
That
it
was
looked
goofy.
It was
Oh,
goofy,
man.
but it was still good.
It
I don't
was-
know.
I don't
I
know what I
just
was
want
watching at
always-
that point.
Any underdog region like China, where they're just coming in like
Yeah.
for the vibes, which I will always support that. I will
Yeah, I
always
agree.
support
Yeah.
that.
All right.
Okay. So Loud versus FPX. Who
Sorry,
takes the W?
FPX. I have a lot of hopium. I don't have this. I don't have this much.
Yeah.
Gira Aspas, tornado emoji. They're winning this game.
Yeah, okay, I have to
I
go
agree,
with
I
Loud
agree.
too. I'm like kind of like I want to go with FPX. I want to go with the
Yeah.
Hopium, but I
Because
can-
what match does this set up?
That one. Energy versus Loud. That's actually
Oh man,
Go on,
that
put
would
the
be so
storyline.
good.
No, why do they keep fighting against each other? It doesn't make any sense.
It would
actually
be
true
so
every
good.
time.
It's every
That would
damn
be
time.
amazing.
Yeah.
And okay, how far are we in the like Optic Loud battle? So Loud won this time.
Loud. They are 9. They're 3-3 in series and 9-9 in maps.
Wow. And both had 2 new players, right? Zom and Ardis, and they have Toys and
Loud won 2
Cohen's,
times
yeah.
against
Yeah.
Optic.
man, that's crazy. That's actually such
I'm
a good
trying.
storyline.
I'm trying to like read the situation right now. Okay, so Loud lost versus Optic during the group stages, then won 2 times in the like in the
Upper
playoffs.
final and grand final. Yeah.
I'm going to say Energy.
I'm gonna go Loud.
It would fix this entire timeline.
It would fix the timeline, but honestly, I think Loud is. If Loud make it to the semifinal, which I have actually doubts on, like I think they could be like maybe not be as hot as some people think. I think FPX will be a tough opponent. And
I mean, like the comms that they are running is goofy, but it works. I don't know how.
What, Loud?
Yeah, Loud.
I mean, yeah,
I feel like
I
like
love
every
their
team is
comms.
going to be running goofy comms, like
Yeah, I
new
agree.
meta.
I mean, like the comms,
mean-
when you look at them, you're like, what the hell is this? And then you slowly start realizing, holy shit, it makes sense.
yeah.
No
I mean, I
controller.
can see that Loud, like that energy. Like, I don't know, like if Loud make it to the semifinal, I think they're feeling good. I think everything clicks for them, and if they're in the semifinal, they will win again energy. I think like,
But
yeah,
counter argument, Optic Loud battle.
It's not
well, it's an argument. That's just what it is. It's just
It's gonna be NRG, all right? Okay. So during Champions, Loud lost one time against Optic.
Uh-huh.
Then they won 2 times against Optic. You know what that means? First time they go up against each other, NRG is gonna win.
It's so hard.
It's
Oh,
on
it's
you
so
now,
difficult.
Command. It's on you.
Think about
Okay.
it.
The
They've got
fact
Sam,
this matchup existing,
content guy.
it relies on both
The win
NRG
streamer.
and Loud like feeling good
Exactly.
because we predded them to beat Koi and Giants and
True.
on the NRG side, which is relying on them being comfortable with the new roster and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so difficult.
Because
Because on
like
one
my
side,
thing, in my
yeah.
head, I don't expect Koi to be like anything scary.
Really?
I'm kind of like in the boat of like, looks alright. But I've never been impressed by Shadows. That's kind of the thing.
What?
I've never been impressed by Shadows. Like
That's
I
the
watched
hottest thing you've said.
I watched so many matches of Gambit, and I just look at Shadows and I'm like, yeah, he looks alright.
Oh,
I mean,
Shadows
I
is
just
the goat,
I just
man.
think back to like Shadows Reina, and I just get PTSD.
Yeah, but he was
No,
popping
that's-
off on Reina.
yeah.
He 13 OG too when he was playing Reina.
He's a champion. M3C.
I can't. Yeah, I have to back my boy Shados, but I think NRG still win that series. But in terms of NRG versus Loud,
Yeah.
it would be Sadak versus FNS
Yeah.
We are
and
cooking
also
too much.
Ardis versus Aspas, which I think Sadak wins the IGL battle this time because of the new meta and the new maps. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go Loud. With the crowd, it just pushes them over the top of
I
energy
agree.
for me, and it would be perfect storyline.
You're
Winning
gonna regret
against their
this,
old
alright?
rivals.
You're gonna regret this. Believe in the stats.
Look, when it's detonation versus FPX in this game, we'll all be laughing. We will all be laughing.
Actually,
True.
actually. All right. So Loud qualified. I'm gonna go down because I think we gotta speed it up a little bit here. BBL versus DRX. Bo, I think you were cooking.
Okay,
Right? You said there's a good
I
chance.
feel like we gotta like speed it up a little bit, but
Yeah.
here comes my take. Okay, DRX. I'm sorry.
Yep, agreed.
All right. Cloud9 versus PaperX.
PRX. I'm gonna have to go PaperX. They kept their core. Well, no, they kept their entire roster.
True.
Jing and Forsaken. They are so good at adapting to any meta. Forsaken's going to be back on Jet. They can play double duelist. I just see them rolling over a Cloud9 team who have role issues, to be honest.
I think it is a double duelist meta, right? Like I think I've seen
It
a lot
can
of
be,
yeah,
yeah.
it can be if you want to, and if there's any team which can run that, it's PaperX. So it kind of fits their play style. So
Yeah.
I agree. Bo?
Yeah, I'm going with PRX.
Listen, all right.
Oh god.
I'll put it as simple as possible. Home ground was a fluke. Cloud9 is winning it all.
Wait, the entire thing?
Winning it all.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I am cooking. All right.
You are not.
Listen.
Cooking. Turn the oven off. Somebody.
Okay. So
Prep PRX
listen to this.
quickly
All right.
before we can say anything else.
Cloud9 make it to the grand finals. Yay starts underperforming on the first map.
What is
No, wait, the
happening?
second map. Then they call him.
Who's
They go over and they ask for a substitute.
Who's
And
coming
there
in?
he is. Cupert.
Okay.
And
Alright.
Cupert is gonna carry the team all the way.
I would be honestly
Win the grand finals.
I would be
And
so
then
happy.
people are gonna finally know how good Cupert is.
I would be happy for Cupert, but
Cupert supremacy, alright?
That is the goofiest story I've ever heard.
Actually,
Thank you.
I cannot wait
Thank
until I'm going to be waving them goodbye on the plane home after they lose to Paper X. So
actually true. I'm gonna join you, Command, on that one. No,
Yeah.
okay.
It's basically
right.
just like some guy like making the most ridiculous story, and it's just like so basic.
yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
they're going to win that game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
understandable.
They could, but
Understandable.
I don't think.
But
they will.
yeah, they could exactly. Now
They
you're
could,
listening,
yeah.
huh?
We're not saying they couldn't. We just say Paper X probably gonna do it. So Paper
Yeah.
X.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Heretics versus Evil Geniuses.
You know, my Stonks, they're an EG. I'm going with them.
I don't know. Whenever Bo is doing this, I don't know
Evil
what to
geniuses.
think.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I just lock it in. I'm hard on the Heretics. Like, I think Heretics gonna win this, but I don't want to go into too much into argument because it would just like, I don't know. We just
Yeah. Okay.
Again, it's close, but
yeah, I agree.
I'll
It's a
put
close
EG in.
matchup, and
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, MIBR versus Talon.
I can sum this up real quick. No putty, no party. MIBR.
I'm going with Talon.
I'm going with Talon as well.
Oh, even without putty pot.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I do
I
think
think-
that there are
yeah.
new pickups like Garnets and
Yeah.
what
They
was the
look
other
decent.
like
They did
True.
look decent.
yeah
Against
like Jet
DRX
Boys.
as well. Yeah.
They had the jitter, sure, and I don't think they're gonna get far, but they're
Yeah.
gonna beat the MIBR.
I'm super high on the
MIBR
bazookas
still needs yeah,
stocks.
but like
Oh,
MIBR
true.
still needs some hours to cook.
No, I'm switching it. I'm switching to MIBR. I'm switching. I forgot about Bazooka, and yeah, I'm switching.
Hmm.
Sorry, Bo.
I'm being
Bo
betrayed
is
out here. I am being
actually
betrayed.
been Slightly, but bazooka.
This
like,
is
I don't
this
know.
is the start of
Yeah.
my villain arc. I'm just gonna like
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know.
you will hear from the dominance of Talon Esports. All right.
I would be happy. Did you see the promotional video where they are like all
Oh,
dressed up as
exactly.
like the Power Rangers? That
It's
was
so
the
good.
best thing I've ever seen. The best
I love
promotional
that.
footage
I love
ever.
that.
So
And that's why they're gonna win. What has MIBR put out? Something
They
I didn't
put out-
understand.
We are, or this is our effing home or something. Oh, I don't know. They put
Yeah.
out some posts that had a
Oh,
swear
yeah.
word in it, and I was like, "Let's go MIBR," and then I forgot about them until now. So
I feel like that's a good way of like thinking about MIBR. Like, yes, they finally like they signed like part of the Vivo Keyed roster.
Yeah.
Great.
forget
Now
us
let's
about
look
them.
at Loud. Okay, very
Yeah.
interesting. Yes, yes, very intriguing. MIBR just isn't a like interesting brand. I'll be honest.
I don't. Yeah,
mean,
They've got the
it's a little bit
Shopify Rebellion
confusing.
vibe, where it's just like they're there.
I mean, true, but Bazooka, like, I don't know, he has a very good track record with like all the teams he has
Yeah.
coached. I rate him very highly. I think he is a big part of the reason why Loud was so successful. So I can see MIBR doing good, and they look pretty decent in the LATAM Gods tournament as well. I don't know how Talon looks, but they have the best promotional footage, so this kind of
True.
like sets him up on like a 50-50.
They've won the
Yeah,
content
yeah.
battle.
They won the content
think-
battle, but the LAN event, like on lock-in.
I think it'll be close.
Yeah.
But
I
think
mean,
that'll
like,
be a really good
it's a
thing for the
content
crowd.
tournament, so
that's true.
They win easily.
That's true.
hello there, I'm back.
All right.
So
Shall we keep
Talon
going?
Esports is going to win Sao Paulo.
Oh wait, did we miss the DRX versus Paper X? Pred.
Oh yeah.
No, now we just did
Um,
this. Now we have to do this one. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Oh,
true.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going with DRX.
I think. No, I said
Do not.
that.
No.
I said DRX. It could
Okay,
go one
good.
of two ways earlier, and I still believe that. I think this is very 50-50, but I think DRX will win it, but not
Okay.
because of their structure. I think Foxy9 will pop off, and Duelist Diff
Okay.
Forsaken.
Ooh, spicy. I'm just gonna agree with that. Like for me, honestly, I love both teams. I don't care who wins.
Mm.
I'm just sad one of those teams has to leave. Honestly.
Why do Paper X always get matched up against them?
Yeah.
In every tournament, like it's so
Basically,
bad.
just like a budget version of Loud versus NRG.
I would say budget, but definitely like similar.
Pacific
vibes.
It's the
version,
Yeah.
it's the APAC
Yeah.
version
Mhm.
of it.
EG versus MIBR.
I've said my piece.
EG.
Yep.
I'll join the train over there. EG.
I give Command the Stonks,
Yes.
but this
I'm
must be the
convinced
point where it
somehow.
ends.
But then it just goes to we forgot.
BCJ
yeah.
will ascend and become Marv's 2.0. No, I'm joking. DRX will win this game.
DRX.
Yeah.
If they beat Paper X, they're winning this game.
I honestly like
Okay.
not even Marv 2.0 would be enough to beat DRX.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Okay,
Especially if
next
Foxy
one,
is,
the
performing.
Omega part.
We're already
The
halfway through.
Omega League or whatever. I don't know, like
Omega bracket.
Omega bracket. Yeah, there we go. I don't
Yeah.
know, these names are like
What's
meh.
first up?
Team
Team
Liquid,
Liquid versus
Secret.
Team Secret. It's the battle of the teams.
Stop! Everybody in the kitchen, they're fired.
who-
Nobody's
yeah,
cooking.
no
Liquid are
one's
winning this
cooking,
game.
no
Liquid
one
are winning
will
this game.
The
Liquid are
Liquid
winning
or
this
the
game.
Secret?
Liquid
Will
are
you
winning
open the
this
secret? Will you try to find out what's in the secret, or will you take the liquid?
game. Nuts.
I will.
That's my
It's
answer.
a
take
mysterious
Nuts.
liquid. You don't know what happens.
I'm a Hydra.
May-
homie.
may-
I'm
maybe-
gonna take the Liquid.
Maybe you drink the liquid and suddenly they choke. I don't know.
Okay, why is this guy talking?
No, maybe
about
you're
this?
gonna choke, but they won't.
Yeah,
They won't.
true.
They
H2O, yeah. Nats and Redgar back playing.
Yeah.
I'm going with Liquid.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, understandable.
Navi crew.
I've got Navi
Okay.
to win the tournament, so I
1, 2, 3, Navi. There we go.
There we
Yeah.
go. All right, we
Easy.
keep going with this one.
Liquid versus Navi. Okay, it's a battle of the bros.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be heartbreaking for
This is gonna
whoever
be
loses.
heartbreaking.
Okay, so here's my hot take. Doom Bros is the best good looking of the two, so I'm going with Navi.
Oh my god, they're identical twins.
Yeah.
Okay, so like imagine, all right? Imagine the match
Let
against
him
Navi and Team Liquid, all right? And they just like announce, they just say Doom Bros and then Emil, right? But then it turns out that they have switched places and nobody notices
Imagine.
until they go down
What
and
is
they just
going
rip
on?
off their jerseys and just reveal they've got like the other person's jersey on.
Oh my god, this is. Look, I have Navi to win the tournament. and
This is the
therefore
content that we need, all right?
I have
this is
Navi
the
to
content
win
we
the
need.
game.
It's content. I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. Like, I can. Whoever says Navi is gonna win, I can totally agree with this. Liquid is my favorite team, so I'm gonna go with Liquid. But honestly, like on paper, Navi, like just right now, I think they have this roster is so experienced. They have won a LAN, just one player has swapped. So generally, I would say they're like a bit ahead right now. So talking about lock in, Navi might probably is the slightly favored team in this matchup.
Okay,
But I
just
go
put it
by
simple.
heart.
Navi's gonna win.
Navi's gonna win, but I'm gonna pick
Navi's gonna
Liquid.
win.
Just
Okay.
want to for the
I
record.
no, I respect the Liquid pick. If Nats is firing, I think they definitely have a shot.
Yeah, they have
But
a
for
chance.
me, it's
Yeah.
the fact that every player on their team has won a trophy, and they're the only team in the tournament to have that.
I gotta find it. The only reason I believe in Team Liquid is because of Safe. This man has
Okay,
the
true,
most cursed
true.
Twitter I have seen in my
This
life.
guy is a legend, honestly.
Okay, I don't believe in Safe because of his Twitter, but I believe in Safe.
Yeah, I agree.
Where
Yeah,
is
he's-
it? There it is. There it is.
Safe is crazy.
Shall I play?
That is the only reason I believe in Team Liquid.
What is this?
Okay, wait. We're there in a second. Wait, where is it? Which is it?
What is
I
this?
just heard it on my own computer and I'm just laughing my ass off.
No, I can't find it that quickly. There it is.
What is that?
I saw it, dude.
All right. The content battle. Liquid won the content battle, but Navi probably gonna win the match.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
what
I'm
happened
going
with Safe.
What
I don't know.
is-
It's like in his contract over a guild that he wasn't like allowed to make this goofy stuff. But like when he joined Liquid, he out of nowhere just started making the most cursed tweets I've seen in my life.
Legend.
Get this man a Twitter like manager. I swear to God,
Legend.
he's gonna get himself cancelled at
He
one
needs
point
some
just for a
PR
simple
training,
joke.
like stat.
That's amazing, actually. All right, Zeta versus Leviathan. Oh my god.
Okay, I gotta go back.
Enough of the cooking.
Okay, Zeta, Leviathan.
Yeah.
I am in the kitchen,
Ooh.
and Zeta are back at Iceland. They're winning this game.
Ooh.
They are winning this game.
Okay.
In my
Counter
humble
argument.
opinion.
They're gonna win Tokyo. So opinion rejected. Leviathan win.
I think Zeta division will flop at Tokyo.
Wow.
In fact, I don't think
Wow.
they'll even be there. I don't think they'll be there. I don't think they will get top 3 in the Pacific League or top 4.
Wowzers.
And I
Wow.
think, but I think they will win
Hmm.
this game and they will knock out
I mean,
one
like,
of the
they
dark
have
horse
to.
favorites.
It's part of the script.
It's a part of the script, yeah.
I'm going with Zeta. I think they're being really underrated in terms of the fact they didn't make any roster changes. I think it will actually benefit them. And Leviathan have a weird
I do
6-person
agree.
roster thing going on.
When they the only time I would agree with that is when they play Barca. If they play Barca, I believe in Zeta Division. I believe in supremacy of Zeta Division. They will win it all. The Brimstone specialist, the GOAT, the man who doesn't stop playing Brimstone. I swear to God.
I mean, I completely understand like the Leviathan Pred. They are the favorites, I think, but
I think so too.
So I get it if you guys are going Leviathan, but
yeah, I would go
I've said it.
I mean,
like,
I mean, like for my script in my head, Zeta has to go out now.
You think?
So,
because you think they're going to do well in Tokyo?
Exactly.
Yeah, his script is like
they're
they
going to
bump
win
out here,
Tokyo.
and they take
Your
the redemption.
I don't know who's writing your script, but
yeah, actually,
it's some like who knows? It is not cooking. It is not cooking.
It's more
but,
than that.
I think Zeta will. I think this is the upset that Detonation Giants wants to be.
All right, I see that. I mean, actually,
Okay. Okay. Anyways,
yeah.
Let's go through. We are already 1 hour in.
Yeah, I'm going to take left for this one. So, Vitality versus Global Esports.
Vitality.
Hello, India.
Oh no.
GE fighting. I have the jersey. I'm legally obligated to support Global Esports.
Okay. Let's do a little bit of a deal. All right. If Global Esports gets far into Sao Paulo, we are all obligated to get a Global Esports jersey and wear it an entire episode.
Agreed.
100% in. Agreed.
What counts as getting far? Winning 2 games.
Top 6.
Top 6.
Is that even in reach? Like realistically speaking.
I think if they win 2 games, I think they've done what I think that's deserving.
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, I don't have to buy one, so
that's true. No, but I'm 100% in. Like honestly, like this is such a hard matchup for me. Like honestly, I would go with Vitality just because of one reason, which is like the prac advantage. Like Vitality is pracking for a month. They have like played the G-Loot, they have played home ground, they have practiced like for several months, they live together, and this is just an underrated like bonus they have. So this
counter argument.
Always
I thought you were spreading Vitality for this. What do you mean counter argument?
Oh my god, okay, counter me. No,
SK Rossi.
All right.
That's all.
All right, then we're gonna log in Global. You got me with this one.
Nah, we're going with Vitality.
That's like if you're in court and you're on like the prosecution and then you just start counter argument like your own case. Like what? But yeah, okay,
you've robbed 17 banks. Counter argument. Where's the money? Sir, I think you put it in your garage.
I think Vitality is reasonable.
I don't see it.
But I'm legally obligated to go with Global Esports for this one.
I also don't think that Vitality is stomping G. I think there's like maybe 2-1 or something. I don't know. Like I think this could be close, but I just think the practice, like if they play in like half a year, this could look differently. But just we play next week, but like in 2 weeks. So basically,
yeah.
All right.
Next up, Zeta versus Team Vitality.
Did we say Zeta? Yeah.
No, we said Leviathan, I think.
Yeah, it was Leviathan.
I'm
still going with Vitality. Vitality.
I think if Leviathan win that game, I think they'll win.
There's got to be a rivalry between Navi and Team Vitality.
Wait, how come?
I can already feel it. Because like in Red Bull home ground, they also got like eliminated by Navi.
No, G-Loot.
And they get G-Loot, yeah. And it's gonna happen again, and then in Tokyo they're gonna beat Navi.
Okay.
You and your Tokyo script. I don't know why you're writing this already.
Listen. All right, I already heard that like people like Sao Paulo, so I already started writing like season 2. It's as simple as that. I just think about the future.
I'm gonna go with left though. I think if they're gonna beat Zeta, they're like on fire, so they're gonna win this one.
Yep.
Navi versus left.
I have Navi winning it all, so I'm gonna go with them.
Navi.
Yeah, Navi. All right. So okay.
Yes.
The best match in this entire bracket. I don't know, maybe it's a good match, but Foot versus ROQ, at least from the PR
May
point
I
of view.
This is okay. Like, okay, the Footballers versus RRQ match. It's gonna be the thing that like we also had in Overwatch during, I believe it was like season 3
Wasn't
or
it Dallas
something.
Fuel or
No,
I
it
might be wrong about
was Boston Uprising versus Houston Outlaws.
Mm-hmm.
that?
The
Oh,
legendary toilet bowl match. Oh man, I'm just thinking back to it and like, oh man, that was the times.
Okay,
I
this
watched
is
the VOD again, and like, it's the most cursed stuff I have ever seen.
this is my take on the Foot versus RRQ game.
Mm-hmm.
We know that Foot look bad. We don't know that RRQ look bad. So therefore,
RRQ look
I will be putting
also-
RRQ.
Yeah, I will say RRQ. RRQ
I'm
actually
fine.
looks decent. I'm like, I usually go like shit on them and everything, but like, they're looking decent.
I rate
They've
Elmy
got
more,
some
so
structure.
I believe in him.
All right. Let's keep going.
100 Thieves versus Edward.
Who's that guy?
Now's the question. Is Edward gaming?
There's too many chefs in the kitchen. I have to spread 100 Thieves. I know I said it, that I know I said EDG earlier.
Yeah.
Have a small chance, but it is a small chance.
Too
So
many cooks.
I'm
Like,
I'm gonna have.
I
to
understand
go
we're
for
going to
100
vote
Thieves.
100 Thieves. Just for the record, I'm saying EDG, so like your stonks, like there's potential. Like I just put it in there, but I totally see like it's a 70-30 for in favor of 100 Thieves.
I wanted to also go with EDG since you also chose EDG just because it would be funny.
We can't.
No, we just.
No, I'm going 100 Thieves. I'm going 100 Thieves, and
okay,
I think they
100
are heavy favorites for this game.
Yeah. And then the match against RRQ with 100 Thieves.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So let's
just go
talk
with-
about.
Whoa! No, I'm joking. Yeah.
whoa!
They have no chance.
Now you're the one cooking.
Yeah, Elmy Moore is about to get 4 kills.
Isn't it like Le Memoir or something?
Maybe. The English casters for that region say Elmy Moore, so that's what I picked up.
Yeah. All right.
Sentinels versus Fnatic.
I'll take the clout.
It's gonna be Sentinels. It's gonna be Sentinels.
So much of me wants to say Sentinels, and then I think about Boaster crying on the plane home, and I can't do it, so I'm gonna have to pred Fnatic.
And I'm too much of an EMEA fanboy to not like predict Fnatic.
No.
Like imagine, like Fnatic is the only super team we have, like arguably. And if we say like they only lose this matchup, like no, I cannot do it. Like Dirk is set up by Chronicle and by Leo. Dirk is gonna get drop 40 every map.
If Fnatic do not either do well here or at Tokyo, I think Boaster will probably be dropped.
I'll say if they lose against Sentinels, I'm pretty certain on it.
I think he's the only, because he's
Sao
been on
Paulo
it for so long.
Maybe like a content tournament, but I do think that Fnatic is going to take it extremely serious.
Every time
I believe so.
every time they've lost it, it's been that pressure and the mid rounding that's crumbled, and
I agree.
And the Reykjavik for Boaster. Obviously, that was a difficult tournament for all of Fnatic, but
100%.
it was particularly difficult for Boaster. So I think if they don't do well here, and from some of the Fnatic, I watched the documentary that they posted, and like it was like for the first year of Valorant, but they are ruthless with their player like switches. So I think if they go out round 1, I think Boaster might be gone.
Yeah.
So for that, I have to pred Fnatic.
Me too. All right. T1 Furia. But I'm gonna be disappointed if you're gonna vote Furia
T1.
now.
I'm going with T1. Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. I
believe
in Saya player Neon. It's gonna work someday. It's gonna work someday. All right.
You guys are sleeping on Furia. I didn't realize.
I know. I'm sleeping good. I'm sleeping absolutely fantastic.
I'm wokage with Furia. They almost beat Fnatic at Champions. I know they haven't won a map at Masters, but yeah, I think they'll win this game. And then I think they'll beat Fnatic, but that's not the point.
I mean, sure, but then again, T1 FSIA player.
True.
Yeah, true. And he's a former guard player, so I'll back him. Let's go T1.
All right. Fnatic T1.
Fnatic.
Why
You are
is
not.
T1
You are. You
getting-
are not.
I
You are
am
not
going with
predding.
T1.
Sire plays Neon
No, no.
to beat Chronicle and Leo. You just not. You can't. You can't
Yeah.
do that. That is just. Oh, that's.
No,
I'm
no,
going
no.
with T1. I'm going with T1. What can I say?
They lost to DSM. Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna go with Fnatic. So let him cook, but Fnatic is gonna go through.
Okay.
100
Fnatic-
Thieves versus Fnatic.
Fnatic versus 100
Yeah.
Thieves. 100 Thieves. I'm going with 100 Thieves.
That's really hard for me. Like this is the hardest one to pred, probably.
I was thinking about this.
I can't believe
earlier,
that I
and-
predded against Fnatic every single time.
You
And they're
hater.
still in the
Okay,
semifinals.
okay. Listen. All right, Chronicle, my homie. Durka, my homie. Alpha Year, my homie. I'm sorry. Okay.
I think this isn't even really about 100 Thieves. For me, this is our Fnatic. Is this their tournament?
True.
Because if it is,
It's not.
then I think they can go and win. But if they are still choking on LAN, then
Mhm.
they're going to lose. This will be the match that they lose. And I think Fnatic as an org will want more than top 8 at this event.
100%.
So, but I personally think Fnatic can do it. So I will pred them in this match.
For me personally, like if Fnatic is coming out swinging, they win against Sentinels convincingly and against T1 or Furia, then I'm 100% like Fnatic gonna win this. Like if like I don't know, if the practice has clicked and they're feeling confident together, synergy, everything is there, they're gonna win it. If they're like looking shaky in the first 2 matches,
Yeah,
I
agree,
would say 100 Thieves. But like we predicted that Fnatic has won both matches. I'm gonna go with Fnatic as well, just by the fact that they built up the momentum and now they're in the like I don't know. 2 matches in. Bo has lost it. Took off his headphone. He cannot listen to us anymore.
I think the only match that has gone against me is the Fury T1 Fury game. I think that is the only match
Everyone is a reason.
apart from Zeta and Zeta. So I'm winning here.
You guys are cooking some bad food.
Maybe
Some
we are.
absolutely.
Maybe we are.
This is like when you try to like get one of your friends to like make food for you and they just don't season it at all. There's no season. There's no spice. It's just rice with the most basic curry you have found in the store.
That's the most like specific metaphor. So who have we got in these semi-finals?
The first
I feel like
semifinal-
we should do that at a later date.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But I'll come in with a hot take, and here comes my hot take. Yeah, okay, they're already eliminated. So
Okay.
DRX is gonna win it. I'm gonna win Sao Paulo.
Okay.
It's about time. It's
Fair
about
point.
time. So
Okay. That ties us
Now-
in nicely to our next topic.
let me see.
Oh wait, I've missed one. But we can go back to that because the transition is too smooth. Which region
True.
has the best chance of winning it all? To me, that's a question that is fairly easy to answer. But in reality, it's not going to turn out like that, I don't think.
Can
We're
I
talking
cook?
region, right? I mean, you're always
Yeah.
cooking, so yeah, of course.
Can
Go ahead.
I cook? Okay.
This guy's got the frying pan on.
Much
Yeah.
like back on Bangovic's like stream, I have predicted one thing. This is gonna be Apex year.
Oh,
He said it.
okay.
Yeah, he said it.
I go to say that DRX are gonna win it, Sao Paulo,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm also going with. I'm also just gonna cook for Tokyo and say the division win.
They're not
Tokyo.
gonna win. They're
But
not
here
gonna
comes
win.
like the loop, the loop. EMEA is going to win champions because Fnatic is going to win it because like they made one change and suddenly they are like the perfect. They are perfection. Like you
Two
see
changes.
Fnatic. No, you see like Fnatic, and like every single change they get better and better. So the last puzzle needs to be put in, and then they're going to win champions.
Okay, so your winners for this year are DRX, Zeta Division, and Fnatic.
This
Indeed.
guy is cooking.
Wow.
That is
Wow.
actually wow.
you've you didn't put seasoning in, you just put bleach in. Like that is wow. You've seasoned it with copium. Look, I'd love for Zeta to win Tokyo. But in terms of lock-in, I think EMEA has the strongest top level competition. In terms of the tiers, I think there's a big drop off after Fnatic, Liquid, and Na'Vi, and then it goes down to probably Giants and Koi, those kind of teams. And then in Americas, it's a bit more, on the same level, but I think that level is lower than the top 3 teams in EU. So yeah, I've got Na'Vi to win the tournament. I think Fnatic could also do it. I think if Liquid are playing really well, then they could also do it. So I'm gonna go with the EMEA.
I actually have a little different approach. I was just taking a look at the bracket earlier, and I think just given the bracket and how the teams from each region are distributed, I kind of think Americas has a good chance. Leviathan could go through the bracket of Na'Vi. I mean, honestly, 100 Thieves or Sentinels, I would say they have both a chance of going through that bracket. If we go to the top,
okay. Here's something that I need to add for my prediction.
Yeah.
I also have 100 Thieves placing
in the
third.
final, placing third.
Here comes my another cooking. You've probably seen my script writing on Twitter. I've made a script for VCT 2023, and it's gonna be NRG are gonna place second every single tournament.
Okay.
They're not gonna win it. They're just gonna be in the grand finals every single time.
Hang on, wait. DRX can't win this tournament and NRG come second. That can't happen.
Ah, shoot.
That is true. Your script is in shambles. That doesn't work.
That's classic.
But back to the topic, I think Americas has the best chances of winning Sao Paulo, just given the bracket. They have one good team in each of the brackets. We have Loud, Cloud9, Leviathan, and 100 Thieves or Sentinels, which could all go through. So yeah, I would go with Americas, even though I'm an EMEA fanboy. What are you laughing at? What
did you guys see? Look on VLR and just look at playoffs and just see first place, and it's just I've never seen them write it this simple. The notes: winner grants their region an extra slot at Masters 2023.
But it's true, they do.
I'm just really surprised that they made a long sentence out of it.
I've never seen the full stop before. I think that's new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Americas point is really significant actually, because they have the best chance of getting really solid teams from both sides into the semi-finals. You have NRG at the top there, and Loud, of course, and then you've got 100 Thieves, Sentinels, Leviathan. I could see any of those teams getting to the semi-finals. So if you have 2 out of 4 teams in the semi-finals, then that's really strong. Whereas with Pacific, you only really have it's DRX or PaperX are the real only contenders, and they face each other possibly in the second round.
Yeah, that's actually true.
And the fact that Liquid, Na'Vi, and Fnatic are all in the Omega bracket, that limits how many EMEA teams are realistically going to get to the semi-finals. So unless Koi or Giants go crazy, I think Americas is a very good shot as well.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm still on the APAC Hopium, but
Oh, it's fine.
No, I think that's good. Global Esports winning all. What can I say?
GE fighting.
So the final
GE
thing
fighting.
about lock-in, we've kind of talked scripts and cooking and all that kind of thing already. Are there
This is a cooking show.
Any crazy predictions you have that you think are going to happen? It's kind of a bit of a bingo thing, but for now, we like you said, we're running a little bit low on time. So any just crazy predictions you want to throw out there?
Okay.
Your one thing you think is going to happen.
Here comes my cooking. All right.
When do you stop cooking?
Victor is gonna get sick for some reason.
What?
Again?
He's always getting sick for some reason.
Exactly. So that's something that's probably gonna happen.
Food poisoning.
Artis is gonna do something stupid.
Reasonable.
Okay, let me think. Let me cook.
You're just coming up with reasons why every NRG player will, for some reason, be not playing well. So then Koi will win. So you think? So your big thing is that Koi will beat NRG?
No, actually not.
What? That's jokes.
I
Okay,
think,
Bangovich, what's your big prediction? Your
I think
big
my
hot
big
take?
prediction is China gonna like make a name for themselves. I think people will like realize how good China is. I think both EDG and FPX, they have a fair shot at this tournament. I'm not sure if they can win it, but I think both teams can make it deep. They're good teams, and I think China will make a good name for themselves. I think it's not even bold of a prediction, but I just have the feeling a lot of people are sleeping on China because they haven't seen the matches. But both EDG and FPX look good. EDG especially, Kankan is a demon, and I cannot wait to see him on LAN again.
Okay, I got something. Yeah, I mean, like we already spoke about it, but like I have a prediction that like happens after Sao Paulo, but should still be a part of the bingo. Is basically Fnatic are gonna make one change.
What,
Two,
straight
maybe even.
after, you think?
Like straight after they get eliminated.
Damn. That would be
It's gonna be like a
would be
100 Thieves
something.
situation where they like nearly instantly made an update video where they said they were making changes.
That was crazy. And also the guard 30 node, so best day of my
Yeah.
life. My bold prediction is that Zeta will make it to the top 8 and push Na'Vi or Liquid very close.
I like that one.
It
Another
is a
one?
hot take, and I don't think they're favored to do it, but I think they
Oh, cool.
could.
Another one I would say is I'm really hoping that like Doom Bros and Emil just do the thing that I like mentioned about them just switching places
That would
and
be,
taking
epic.
their like separate jerseys on and just ripping them apart to reveal that they've actually switched places. I'm hoping that that's gonna happen because like that would be content. That would be clipped for.
Imagine they do
something.
it like from map 1 to map 2. They just swap the jerseys backstage, and then they go out
Yeah.
on the different sides, and you didn't even realize. Like that would be crazy.
They just keep wearing the same like the separate jersey and everything. They just keep it on. They just
They just switch sides with the Na'Vi jersey. It goes to the Liquid
Doom
side.
Bros and Emil, they actually mix up each other, so they just like they start coaching the other team, and like the players are just used to it at this point, so they like, oh, okay, no worries.
That would be very funny if that did happen. We can only hope.
We can only hope.
I'm missing some content.
Are you sure? You've been cooking so far, so I'm not sure if we were missing that much.
Do I smell that? Do I smell that?
No, we don't smell anything. There's no cooking happening here. I'm turning the gas off.
Turn it off.
Competitive ruling.
Oh my god.
Oh no, we're back at it. Flashbacks.
What, you think
and Cupid did something stupid?
You think somebody on C9 is going to get a competitive ruling?
Yes.
I mean,
those two are crazy. Let me just say that. Those two are absolutely goofballs, and they're going to do something very stupid. Because like they just play around, and it's gonna like result in something getting like fallen over, or they just say something accidentally. We know that Celsius isn't really the best person to have on a LAN, seeing as he got a competitive warning like in Reykjavik.
This is the most. What is this? Okay, I'm shutting it down. I'm shutting down this bingo section.
No bingo. Okay.
We are shutting down the hot takes. After the competitive ruling call on C9. That is crazy. So
Celsius is not gonna play. Cupid is gonna take his place, even though it was Cupid who
How many places is Cupid taking? Gay and Celsius? He's like, Cupid is the prophecy. He is the prophecy. I know.
Cupid is the future.
Stare into the light of Cupid. Okay.
I've been praying for this moment all my life.
Lock-in.
Yes.
Is going to be very interesting, but there are games happening right now. And the biggest of those with the most eyes on them currently, maybe apart from Japanese challenges, actually, is the NA challenges. And yesterday we had 2 games, and there's one team coming out looking like, well, they look like a franchise team. Much to my happiness, the Guard, they completely destroyed OR Esports yesterday, 13-3, 13-4, I think it was. The question is, should they have been in franchising? I mean, I think there were rumors of Trent having offers from C9, and Valen for Sentinels and things, but I think they just wanted to stay together, and they know that they can qualify to Ascension. They look like the clear favorites in NA challenges at the moment, and I hope that continues.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I kind of feel like there's also a part of like the guard, the organization themselves, basically holding some players back, and like the players probably don't have anything against it. But
I mean,
like,
I know.
I'm pretty sure like if it wasn't the guard, they would have left.
Yeah, probably.
Okay,
I know Trent was an unrestricted free agent at one point,
Yeah.
so he chose to re-sign his contract with the guard, which I think that's a good sign, if anything,
is.
of how the organization is treating the players.
Yeah.
Because you'd think if they felt they weren't being treated, properly, they would just choose to leave. Which I think is a good sign in
100%.
terms of if they make it into franchising and what Riot were kind of judging the teams on. Yeah, I'm biased. I'm so biased.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's
but,
good to be biased sometimes.
And I think that's not even a biased take. I think just what the guard is doing, like they support the players with all the boot camps and everything. I mean, like the guard is like grinding hard. Like it's amazing. It's just amazing to see that there's like an organization supporting those young players to grow, and it does pay off already. And I hope they will make it to franchising.
And their content is
just
stellar. I think it is some of the best, maybe aside from Sentinels, because they've just got the content game locked down. But the actual videos and stuff that are going on their YouTube are stellar.
I'll have to be honest. Their first 2 matches have been like not against the top teams.
Okay, yeah, true.
OR Esports is just like it's literally just. I mean, it's a good roster, but like I don't think this roster entirely is gonna like win Ascension or anything.
I think it was the casual way that they just dismantled them yesterday was like because M80, who are arguably the second best team in challenges, obviously with Shopify losing yesterday, that kind of brought their stocks down a bit. M80 obviously they lost the Pearl map, and they didn't have this incredible performance. Obviously they 13-1 on Icebox, so there is that.
I mean,
but it was just so easy. It just looked so easy.
To be honest, and here's like a hot take from me on Pearl. I think Jet is probably the worst agent to pick for Pearl.
And Tech still made it look godly.
True. That's true.
So yeah,
I think it's
because
a fair
like
argument, though,
at least for us, like when I work with Hookars, like we have just replaced Jet with Phoenix, and it has been going really good for us. And we do think that like Phoenix is probably the future of Pearl.
Yeah, which is an interesting development, I think.
It is actually, yeah. Liquid was playing Phoenix, but they played Phoenix for whatever reason on all the maps at Champions, and people were laughing at it. But I think it kind of makes sense on Pearl, right? The agent does suit the map, and it looked good on Hookars actually.
Yeah. We should not talk about our Icebox though. I mean, like, we should because like we won a match with it, but we also lost a match really hard with it. So,
yeah, it is. The problem with Ascension is it's so difficult to say this team will win it because you get to those playoffs at the end. It doesn't matter how well you've played all year, or you get to that Ascension LAN tournament, you lose the grand finals, you have a bad series, and that's it. It's gone.
That's true.
You've lost it to Movie Star Riders or whoever is qualifying
Movie
from
Star Riders.
Bro,
there is no way Movie Star is going anywhere.
I didn't even know that was a team. I just said like,
I mean,
but whoever it is from, because
they are currently they've lost 11 maps and won 4.
Okay. Maybe not Movie Star Riders.
Yeah, maybe.
But
not.
the point
maybe
is,
not. Maybe not.
The format is so volatile that you can't say they're for sure going to win.
I hate it so much. I hate how EMEA, except Polaris and Mina and Turkey,
best of two in the dark region. I was like, huh?
I mean, like there's a reason why Comedy Central just sponsored. Did you guys see that? Like,
I saw that.
Comedy Central is like partnering up with the German league.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, that's ironic.
That is ironic. That's a joke.
That is
isn't it?
so ironic.
That's classic. Yeah. So the guard, they look really good. I hope they're going to win Ascension. They definitely have a
I mean,
shot.
they have to at this point. Like 0-0 Nation was supposed to be like the god tier roster. They've got so much money pumping into that. 0-0 Nation, like I don't know what it is. They just pump incredible amounts of money in like dog shit projects. I'll just put it as simple as possible. I have never understood 0-0 Nation's like thoughts. They just keep making the worst decisions because like they are either late to the party or they pick up players who were good last season but were washed the season after. And I don't know.
You are cooking.
I'm cooking, and I may just have a personal problem with 0-0
I
Nation.
think
That
you
might
may-
also be it.
You may have to open a window because you've been cooking so much spicy stuff. I don't know if you can like breathe. Like you need some oxygen right now. Like, goddamn.
They're currently
I-
live playing against Tropicalos.
They've got some vacancies
What's that
open.
name? Okay, they are actually playing decently against Tropicalos. Okay, never mind.
They've got some
Never mind,
vacancies
actually.
open at Nando's if you want a job cooking some spicy food.
Oh yeah, I want some chicken. Would be nice.
But then again, yeah.
Yeah. So we've mentioned NA Ascension,
Yes.
but we want to make it a point of this podcast to talk about every region. Maybe not necessarily equally, but touch on them at least.
A little bit, yeah.
So for our next topic, we want to discuss who we think will make it who will win Ascension in each region.
Yeah.
Obviously we've talked about the
Should
guards
we-
being big favorites. Go on. What are you gonna say?
Should we talk about? Okay, so like, I feel like we should probably start with EMEA.
Yeah.
Because like that's probably the most simple one because like it's 9 teams that's gonna qualify
From each
from
league,
each
isn't it?
league.
Yeah.
There's gonna be like 9 teams.
How will they do that format? 9
What do you
teams.
mean?
Like what kind of tournament format would that be?
I mean, when you look at VRL finals, they just like kind of made a scuffed version of it. Wait, 1 second. Let me just try
I
to
am
find it.
trying to find
Oh,
the
yeah.
overview as well.
Group stages, there was who was it? Yeah, it was like Footballist, Angry Titans, and Team Falcons that had like the Group B, the Cursed Behemoth, where it's basically they play against each other.
Right, okay.
So some people are unlucky enough to land there, while others they don't. So
So
so should we just like take it like region after region?
So we just
I
gotta-
feel like there's some regions where they just won't win it. So if you have any teams from like any standout regions you think they have a real shot, then
Yeah,
I think
because, like,
just mention those.
My
Yeah, just
thing is,
mention one, yeah.
I could probably throw out. I don't have a lot of hope in Spain.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Team Queso look alright. I'm just not sure
they're
if they're
forming.
gonna like. I'm not sure if they're gonna look good internationally. And like I expected Kase
Oh,
to dominate, but they didn't.
Hmm.
They've actually looked pretty meh, and like
okay.
mostly
Oh, I see. I see.
keyless. Yeah, it's kind of like. Yeah, I'm not really sure how Kase are gonna.
But who would you like
Form.
your favorite to make it to Ascension? Like from like all the leagues, so who's your like pick?
That's gonna be tough, but like I've got a little bit of a hot take.
Who
Do
would
not say who
have
cars.
won?
Do not say who cars.
Here comes a hot take. I feel like Geek Esports.
Where do
Has
they
a
play?
chance.
Are they're
They
Mina, right?
Yeah, Mina. They've got Keops. I'm not a fan of Keops to be honest, but like Winteriok, Shalaby, Waylander, Shabab, and Rocket. I really like those players.
Okay, I haven't seen much of their stuff really, but
Like
they seem to be
Shalaby
absolutely dominating.
was like trialed for Vitality back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
Oh right.
and he actually did really good. I'm actually surprised that they didn't keep him.
Hmm.
But I
Well,
feel
they're
like
12
they
and
could
1 in
maybe
maps, so
yeah, I feel like they can maybe do some damage. And like the German league is a fiesta. It's
Yeah,
Mouse
I
is
agree.
gonna underperform. Mouse is gonna bomb out. They're gonna qualify, sure, but like they're gonna bomb out.
Yeah.
Just bring in the Comedy Central. Just every single time they whiff, just put a laugh track on it.
oh my god. I think Ascend obviously are
Mhm.
coming in from the East as favourites, and them getting into franchising wouldn't be amiss, Ascend,
Yeah.
big org, whatever. And Apex look really good.
I got
Yeah,
one
I-
pick as well, but you can go on ball.
I've also like I gotta say like Parla, but I'm kind of like
this
on
is the one I
edge
wanted
of,
to
like,
pick up.
Yeah, Parla look really good and everything, but like they don't look as good as they did in G Loot.
They lost. Wait, no, they didn't have Woo, did they? That was 5 flux. Yeah, Parla, they went on a crazy run.
They went.
I mean, they took 2 maps off Na'Vi.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that was when they had Masic.
And they look good doing so.
Yeah. But now without Mazik, I haven't really been impressed by them.
I mean, though, they're still leading the table in the Turkish league so far.
Yeah, sure. But, like,
the one thing I can add to that one, like I had both Doombros and Emil in my chat once, and they both said Parlor is farming in scrims, even against the tier 1 orcs. Like everyone would say, like they're farming in scrims.
But here's like the kind of thing, like, okay, Turkish teams have like this thing, we call it like Turkish scrim disorder. And it's basically just like Turkish teams, they absolutely farm. They keep like over peaking stuff and they win it for some reason. Yeah. Like they do some miracles. It's like they're doing gymnastics in Valorant at this point. It's just incredible the feats that they can like do with aiming and everything. And then their officials, they're just like, I don't know. It's just...
Yeah,
you can never trust Turkey.
Yeah, I think like Parla, or like I think they have good chances of getting through. But Apex, for example, if they get the reps in, Apex, like the roster looks solid. Yeah, probably like Parla, Apex, and who is the third actually?
Parla, Apex,
Ascend.
Yeah,
Ascend. I think this is.
I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of Ascend.
Really,
I haven't really. I'm not impressed by their performance. And like, okay, here's like a team that I'm actually like kind of rooting for, GTZ from Portugal.
Portugal, okay.
And the simple answer is because they've got FRS, my man, my homie. But they also look damn good. Like the core was the Desire roster that won like that big like the Dach off-season tournament pretty dominantly, but it was against Ovation, and Ovation suck right now. So you could take it as
Robbie, man, Robbie was farming in that one. Yeah, I remember that was crazy.
And Robbie BK, and he's still farming. He keeps farming, and I'm just kind of like, I feel like we could maybe do some damage.
I have it on screen right now. Robbie had versus Ovation in the best of 5, 3-0 win. He had plus 34 on a Sova, being the MVP with 288 ACS on an initiator on Sova. Like, he was farming. Holy.
He was farming, yeah.
13-1, 13-10, 13-3. Oh my.
Yeah.
Is this Red Bull home ground? That's what it's reminding me of.
So I'm going with a hot take and saying GTC are going to be in the top 4.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
And Ascend is not going to do that well.
Okay. The hot takes from Bo. This is a speciality.
I like
this.
Here's the kind of thing, like, I like Monster, Batty G, Alive, Musashi, but Brody just hasn't impressed me at all. And I know he's the IGL, but like, even as the IGL, he hasn't impressed me.
He will. You'll see. When they make it into franchise. I don't know.
Right.
We will see. Very quickly, also, in Pacific, have you got your eye on anyone? I can kind of start this off. In Korea, there's a team called Shadow Corporation.
True.
Who,
my man, yes.
They've just looked incredibly good.
Believers.
Yeah, they've just looked seriously good. They lost to Damwon Kia. Well, sorry, D+ Esports.
Yeah.
Worst rebranding ever. I literally I have just crossed them off since then.
Yeah. But they lost.
I'm just praying to God that XE goes to a franchise team. Then my life is complete.
Yeah. But they look seriously good, and I think they could be the kind of underdogs. Well, they'll be underdogs at the Ascension LAN, hopefully. But I think they could do some real damage coming out of Korea.
I think that's
also because they're not like, none of their players are really known. So
that's
they're growing.
And
all
also,
the time.
I'll probably like Bleed is probably the team that's
Yeah,
like most
Yeah.
likely going to
yeah.
win it.
Bleed is similar to Apex, where you have
They
like
have
players.
the easiest, like league.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm kind of scared that like since the league is this easy, that they are maybe gonna underperform because like they sort of get used to how easy their own league is.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of feeling like Ominous could bring him back and everything. So
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm going with
You know,
Bleed at
they've
least.
been so close so many times to the lands.
Yeah.
Is yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I get the
let's
same
hope they
feeling
can
from
do something.
Bleed, the same feeling like from Apex. There's like players on Bleed which should be in franchising, but they aren't. And now they're like in this very good tier 2 team. Not on a level like the guard, but like still, I think like yeah, generally the like I don't know, scary.
Scary. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy does like he could easily be on any tier 1 team in
He was
Pacific.
like one of
Yeah.
the top players
Also-
consistently on Xerxia. And
Another
somehow
hot take. Scars. I really like Scars
Mhm.
in Japan. It may like
Okay.
Crazy Raccoon may be like at the top right now, but I feel like over time they're gonna like start falling off. And there's one thing that I hope. I hope Papagachi actually joins Detonation. I feel like Detonation needs Papagachi.
Who's the team that has something on? Oh, it's Sengoku Gaming.
Yeah.
This guy has been. They're not winning every match, but he's been just
He's
farming.
just farming. It's like
Like plus 30 in the series against Crest. Like they're just like the fact
this
that the
man
CIS
makes
league isn't
Reyna
going on,
seem
like,
viable.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's I think that's the thing with Japan. They sometimes you can see them in their own region and go, okay, they look pretty decent, but then somebody comes in, you're like, wait, they're
Mhm.
just farming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see,
Holy
know,
shit.
if players doing that can elevate the whole region,
Mhm.
and bring them up, which I think will be a good thing.
Fair
So
point.
Yeah.
those are the kind of teams we're looking at for.
I completely forgot about France,
Ascension.
but then I just realized, okay, yeah, they won't win
There's a
anything
reason why
on-
we forgot about France.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, SBG kind of looked good, but I'm still really uncertain about Natank and Logan.
Mhm.
I haven't been impressed by either of them. Whalers has been really good. Bayas has been really good. And Takas has been insane. I don't know why Carmen Corp didn't go with Takas, but all right.
Actually true. Yeah, fair point.
So I'm just like, yeah, France is not going to win anything. I like the Dutch roster, Wild.
I can't wait. I cannot wait for a French
Yeah.
team to win Ascension now. Now you've said that, you've set the script in motion.
It was
Thank you.
actually the same
Yeah.
thing last year when Focus got through Ascension in EMEA. Everyone was like,
Yeah.
Dach not going to win anything. And then Focus just looked incredible, honestly, and made it through. But yeah.
Yeah, but then again, like it made sense seeing as
Yeah.
they had Juby.
True.
That guy's crazy.
Yeah.
That guy
true.
is crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
All right.
let's move on to Bo's Leak Corner. So, Bo, you've been spitting something the entire episode.
Yes,
Now
of course.
it's time to unleash the vegetables into your cooking.
All right.
Bring
So,
us some leaks. What have you got for us today?
welcome to the corner, the leak markets. Today, we're going to talk about China. I know everybody's very excited about China. And here's the thing. A lot of things I can't tell because I would be fucked. To put it as simple as possible, there's a lot of things that you can't really talk about China because you're going to get in trouble. A lot of trouble. But I'll keep it as simple as possible. So I made a report today about Plix and Maple, who are previous like actual like prodigies, like top players in OCE. ExoClan, which Plix was a part of, was like the most dominant OCE team during the start of Valorant. They then moved to NA and were on the Sonics, where they, I mean, given their circumstances, understandable why they didn't perform.
Mhm.
And then there's also Maple, who came from Order, and Order was like dominating like Oceania. And just overall, both players are really good, and they have officially like No, they haven't officially yet. They are in active talks right now with Team Weibo or Weibo
Mhm.
Gaming.
Oh wow.
Wow.
And from what I hear, there are other Aussies who are being signed by Chinese organizations.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
That would be so cool.
So there's a lot
Wow.
of stuff happening in China right now. There's a lot of investments coming in, and like as far as I know, it's not going to be like a VCT main circuit league. It's not going to be a challenger league. It's going to be something in the middle.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
I did wonder.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did wonder as
and
well.
as far as I know, and this is according to my sources, and this could be wrong, but like as far as I know, Chinese teams are going to have direct invites for both champions and masters.
Yeah.
So 2 Chinese teams are going to qualify, are going to like get direct invites into masters
Wow.
and champions. But I don't know how true this is. This
Mhm.
is again like this is developing, and overall it's just like we have to see how it goes with the Chinese league, if it's being set up quickly enough, or if they're just going to
Yeah.
do like invitationals where they're going to play, because there's a lot of organizations, not just FPX and ETG. There's a lot of organizations building rosters right now. Top Esports is close to finalizing their roster.
Okay.
And of course, Weibo has begun their roster. And there's also Nova Esports. There's Invictus. Invictus is cooking something really strange. I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably like the most confused person ever.
That must mean
I look-
something if you are confused by what they are cooking.
Yeah, exactly.
That must mean something.
They are off the goop.
It's really off the goop. And just overall, there's so much investment coming in
Mhm.
to China,
Damn,
and
that's
it's
really exciting.
actually
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that like it's gonna be the best region in a few years. The
Wow.
amount of investment that's going in, and the amount of like also like investment from Riot like of course they are a part they are under Tencent. They are owned by
Mhm.
Tencent. So it makes sense, and I wouldn't be surprised if like 2024 we might have like maybe a Masters, maybe a Champions in Shanghai.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that would be
There's a lot of
pretty cool.
investments coming in for Chinese Valorant, and
Yeah.
just to try to like start off Chinese Valorant as good as possible.
Wow.
If you thought like
Nice.
the start of Valorant was good, just wait till you see what they have planned.
Wow. I mean,
Wow.
am I allowed to pick one thing up you said?
Yeah,
Like this
sure.
with the direct invites to champions and like masters, I kind of feel like, of course, like the Chinese teams so far, they look good. And I can imagine if they have the structure and like this official circuit, like they will provide very good teams. But I also kind of feel like what would be kind of a fair middle ground would be to invite them directly to the LCQs for those events. So like, I don't know,
But there
2, 3
won't be like LCQs.
Yeah, I think for champions, there's one LCQ.
There will be one for champions,
Yeah.
But I understand what you mean. Masters, it's just gonna be a direct invite. And I'm not sure about champions. Maybe it's gonna be just LCQ.
Yeah.
But as far as I know, that there's gonna be like 2 slots for Chinese teams. Currently, it could change. It's the same thing with like the entire time during kickoff when
Yeah.
everything was being planned. Like they kept saying, like there's a chance that China is going to be here, but we are not sure. So that's why we didn't report it.
Yeah.
Me and Solgi, we knew it about it since September, and like
Oh.
it's kind of like there's a lot of information that like you have to like verify from separate sources before you actually can report them,
Yeah.
because like Riot could change their minds.
Yeah. All right.
I got a comment on one of my YouTube videos the other day that said, "What happens if China win lock-in?"
Yeah.
Now
Fair.
it's unlikely, but does that mean China will then have 3 slots at Masters Tokyo?
Seeing as China is a separate region, it isn't listed under Pacific. It's literally just listed under China. Would make sense that
That
there's
would
just going to be like 3
3 from each
direct slots
Yeah. Wow.
for Masters, but I highly doubt
Wow.
that.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm just
we'll
going
get to
to
that
guess
situation.
that Pacific is going to get an extra slot.
Yeah. But that would
to put it as
be
simple
a
as
pretty
possible.
crazy scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, with the direct invite thing, I mean, we say like they're getting a direct invite, but I mean, the teams will still play to see who's the best,
Yeah.
and it's effectively the same as like, well, I guess NA gets like 2 direct invites, or Americas will get 3 direct invites, so technically
Yeah.
direct invites, but just for the top teams. So I don't think that's a problem unless they really don't look competitive, but I think they will.
Yeah. Agree.
Okay, so
No,
thank you for your vegetables, Bo. Thank you for the leaks.
no worries. Come back to the leak market soon.
We definitely will.
My little corner. I am extremely lonely, just so you know. So I'm always
Oh,
happy
we can
for
tell.
some-
We're watching the Twitter. No, joking. Okay.
Oh man, Valentine's Day is coming up. Oh boy, it's not looking good.
I know where I'm gonna find you.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean,
so,
who knows? Who knows? Both me and George are lonely at this point, so maybe that's a chance. I don't know.
final topic for today. Just thought that we'd touch
Beckovic
on
is
it.
just slowly giving up and everything.
Oh my. It's okay. It's okay.
The final topic for today that we're going to go over is the partnership. I think they called it a strategic partnership between GE and Seoul. Obviously, GE we know in Valorant franchising for the Indian region. But if you don't know the background of Seoul, they're a bit like 100 Thieves, but without any teams. They've got a lot of creators who are kind of affiliated with them. They do a lot of the marketing, the front end stuff of Indian Esports. I mean, I was looking at the Instagram post that Global Esports have linked in that tweet, and they've said, and there's people with like 3 million followers.
Wow.
Some of these influencers in India with Seoul. And people on
there are
VLR
more.
saying that
I've seen some with at least like 20 million.
yeah, people on
Wow.
on VLR saying that the fan base is just going to go huge with this kind of thing. So it is really exciting, actually.
It is.
For that viewership. It's massive already, but
I mean,
it's,
to put it basically, it's a strategic partnership, and they're not gonna have a roster. As far as I know, they are not listed in like the South Asian league. So they are not gonna have a roster. They're just gonna promote a lot of in Valorant.
Yeah, they'll probably make content with the players and those creators and things, which I think will make the.
But also, like, it's
audience
incredible the
huge.
amount of organizations that suddenly pop up
Yeah.
like from India. Suddenly there's an organization called Hyderabad Hydras or something. I don't know.
I saw that, yeah.
And I'm just like, I never knew these organizations existed. I'll be kind of honest, like, and it seems like they have so much investment in South Asia, especially for Valorant.
Yeah, they love it.
It's amazing.
I do think that it's going to help the development of like Indian players and everything.
And I think they do deserve this. I think it's so smart of like GE to go into like this strategical partnership, to have like someone like improving their like marketing or like improving the content they can make and stuff like that, and promoting this even further within the region.
Global also they'll already like do good content.
Yeah, actually, I mean,
the documentary was really good.
The documentary was so good. So many people was watching it. And even like their shorts or like their Twitter videos they post, like just as like where the two guys run back and forth and the one is slipping out. Like it's just fun. It's just good content. Like honestly, genuinely enjoying it.
Yeah,
they seem like a really good group of people.
Yeah, they don't have to like use a lot of a big budget or anything. They just do whatever they want.
And I like this. It's real, and it's like you can see it's real. It's not like played or anything. I like it a lot, and I think it can only go up with this partnership.
One thing I have to say, like the players just standing there and saying GE fighting with like the most like unserious voice ever. Who was it? Like.
Aaron? Yeah, Aaron.
Yeah, probably I believe it was Aaron, like GE fighting. And like I'm just like, oh no.
And it was like a 2-second video. It was GE fighting. It was 2-second video. That's it. Like just this. Like
what was it like when he signed with?
Yeah, it was when he signed with them, and then he just tweeted like GE fighting.
GE fighting.
I might find it quickly. Oh, actually, no, I'm not finding it that quickly.
But I believe in the Global Esports gang. There's some really good people. So,
I agree.
Shout out to Global Esports, of course.
Shout out to Global Esports.
Actually, yeah. Great guys, great team. I hope they do good, honestly.
Yeah. Especially in that Pacific League as well. I hope they can like find their footing and their kind of play style.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for weekly play, honestly. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Isn't there matches every day apart from one of them?
yeah, I think.
Like, and even then, that's like a day for Challengers League. So it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
many
do. I
games.
do think it's kind of like, I don't know, like the whole thing with Polaris we have currently is basically just we're trying to lure as many North American fans as humanly possible to watch it. By the way, everybody, go watch Polaris. Thank you. I am the marketing strategy, as you can see.
I'm telling you, I don't know why. Why do they call it Polaris? I thought it was a Polish league when I first came across it.
I mean, like Polaris.
Yeah.
I mean, like it makes sense.
But
Like their entire brand is like Aurora and like the North
Yeah.
and all that. And like, I'll be honest, like please just remove Northern Europe. I beg of you. Like I don't think the Brits have anything against us changing it to Scandinavia or Nordics.
Or Nordics,
Yeah, Nordics is
fine with
always
us.
what it was, right? Basically.
No, it's always been Northern Europe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I don't know why we have like this insane long name. Just put it as simple as possible.
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
agree.
even have anything against if you change it to Challengers League Sweden. I may not be a fan of the Swedish, but like that's just my Danish brain going brr.
he is cooking. Who
He
knows
is
what this man is
cooking.
cooking? He's been cooking the whole episode.
Yeah.
I've been cooking too much. I'm like
I'm telling you, open a window. Get some oxygen, breathe.
Okay.
I mean,
Alright.
the only
So-
oxygen I need is Oxygen Esports,
True.
and they
very
stole
true.
Bonkar, so I can't trust Oxygen anymore. I can't trust them.
W
True.
pickup.
W pickup, true.
Okay. I think that's all we have time for today. Yeah, first episode. We sincerely hope you enjoyed. This has been the Rendezvous Podcast with Kamend, Bangovic, and Bodork. Subscribe to this channel as it's a new channel. You know, it really helps us out if you've enjoyed, and subscribe for more content like this. And yeah, we don't know when the next episode will be yet. Obviously, with lock-in happening and people got their own arrangements for that, but hopefully it'll be soon. So yeah, hope you enjoyed and see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Detonation is going to win. Detonation is going to win.
He's cooking.
Oh, let him cook.